It's week 6 of marathon training, and this has been the hardest, most difficult, most challenging week of training in all my marathons. And the hard part had nothing to do with running, it had to do with life. This week we're talking about life and running. Hey, what's going on? Matthew and Rosie here. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you're joining us for the very first time, welcome to Veloz Running. And if you could do me a huge favor, a big favor, slide your hand down, hit that subscribe button and that like button. And comment below. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to get to know you. And it also helps grow this channel. So really, really greatly appreciate it if you do that. It's week 6 of marathon training. And like I said, it's been a little challenging. If you saw my video last week of last week's training, I mentioned a couple of times that we had been going through some difficult times the last few weeks. Life happened, some things happened. I didn't get into too many details of what was going on. I hadn't ran in 2 weeks because of all this that was going on. I just couldn't do it, focusing on family and just trying to focus on all the issues that were going on. One in particular, I finally got to run last week. Had a little bit of time in the morning, and so Rosie and I decided just to go out and just, as we say, running is kind of a therapy, kind of just to get away and just a little distraction and get us out there outside again. We love being outside, and obviously we love running. I hadn't done it in a few weeks because of all that was going on, but we had a little opportunity last week, and so we went out and we ran, and we had a really good time. But this time, we are going to give a little more detail of what's going on. We're finally on the other side of it, with most of it, and so we just wanted to share with you what was going on. That's why it's called Life and Running. Life sometimes happens. It just, you have no control of what life does and how it comes at you, and sometimes it comes in bunches, and that's what happened. And so a few weeks ago, we got a phone call from Rosie's family that mentioned that her dad was not feeling well, and so they take him to the hospital, to the emergency room. He had been not feeling well for about a week, and so they finally decided to take him. He had flu-like symptoms, just normal stuff. It just wouldn't go away, so they decided to take him and check him just to make sure. But as they were doing all those tests and finding out, they saw some other things that they wanted to just check out, and started doing more tests. And then they found out that he had cancer. And then so they decided to do more tests. After that, they sent him home, and then back and forth to the doctor, just doing more tests. But they found out that it was serious. It was a lot more serious than they thought as they did those tests. And so obviously we were dealing with that, and that's why I hadn't ran in 2 weeks when you saw the last video, because family comes first. We were focused on family. We were focused on everything we needed to do with all that was going on, and so many different things with the doctors, and just visiting. Rosie's family is about an hour and a half away, so a lot of traveling back and forth. And so at that point, running just stopped. It was week 5 of marathon training, it was week 2 of marathon training at that time. And so I just started my marathon training and just came to a pause, which I had no issue with. This is something we needed to do. And so we were just kind of dealing with all that. And then it just happened that a few days, about a week later, we were getting ready for work. It was early in the morning. It was raining really hard that morning. And we're all getting ready for work. We're going to work and so leaving early or going in late, depending on what was going on with family, what we needed to do. And so that day we were on our way to work, and it was raining, and I went downstairs to get something, came back upstairs, and I heard some leaking, some water dripping, and I thought it was one of the sinks or one of the restrooms. And I'm trying to figure out what was going on, and then I find a leak coming from the ceiling in the upstairs. Here upstairs, it was just leaking, and so it just happened to be right next to the door that leads to the attic, the stairs. And so I pulled the stairs down and went up the attic and found like 4 different places where water is just coming down. And so I'm rushing to try to get this, because the ceiling on the inside was fixing to fall. It was so much water. It had been dripping all night long, and we didn't know it. And so I'm trying to figure that out. My son's trying to help me out with that, and I'm getting buckets and all kinds of totes and stuff just to put in the attic to catch the water, to try to slow this down. I even drove to to Lowe's in all that rain, came back, called in. We both called in and said, hey, we're running late, and explain what was going on. And so we have what was going on with Rosie's dad. We have this going on. And then it just so happened that while I'm in the attic trying to get all this done, my son then comes up and says, hey, Mom, just got a phone call. And Grandpa, Rosie's dad, was not doing very well, right? And so they were rushing him to the hospital again at that point. So I had the water dripping. I'm trying to stop that. We got this going on. And so that was just so much going on at that point. And so it just felt like one thing after another. And so then, obviously we go to family, we do all that stuff. And then, but now I'm dealing with the insurance, trying to get insurance, trying to get all that. And you can, anybody who's ever dealt with that, that's not an easy, that's a long process dealing with insurance, and then getting contractors and then obviously family, trying to balance all that out, get back and forth to family while I'm trying to get all these things done. And then work, we got to go to work. I know they were very flexible with us. We had to move it. We still had all that to do. And obviously the number one thing was Rosie's dad and family. And then not a few days later after that, I started feeling a pain in my side of my mouth, and it was, I already had some issues that were going on, so I knew this was kind of serious again, because it wouldn't go away. I used to have some pain, but and then it was climbing to the side of my head, and just I knew it was something more than just a cavity. And then a few days after that, unfortunately, by this time it's probably a few weeks after that, right? We got all this going on, and we're trying to just balance back and forth. Everything's going on, and then it finally, happened what we were told was going to happen, and that's that Rosie's dad passed away. And so now, obviously, we have the funerals and all that, and me being one of the ministers in my church, the family asked me to officiate the viewings and the funeral and all the different services, and which I was more than happy to do. I was honored to do that for my father-in-law. But I have all that, but I was supposed to have surgery. I knew it was serious, but I couldn't do it because I figured if I go in and they do that, I'm not gonna be able to speak. And so I was holding on to that. I'm still dealing with the water. It was still raining every other day, so I was trying to figure out how to balance all that. And then I had this, and so we were just kind of trying to balance all that. And then obviously that week, I was just trying to take what I could to get through the pain and be able to speak. And then did that Tuesday, that same week. Here's what kind of all came together. That Tuesday was my mom's heavenly birthday. It's when it's her birthday, but she's in heaven now. And so that's the day we usually get together. But it just so happened, for those of you that have been following us, that everybody knows that Rosie 2 years ago had a stroke. She was training for her first marathon and had a stroke. Well, she had the stroke on my mother's birthday. We were actually supposed to celebrate that day. She was already in heaven when that happened, but we would still get together and we eat dinner. But she had a stroke that same day. So that week, the week before her father passes away, the next Tuesday, my mom's birthday, heavenly birthday, Rosie's anniversary for the stroke, which we celebrate just because, hey, we're just grateful that everything is better now. But we're going through that. And then Thursday was the viewing, right? Viewing that I officiated that service. And again, I'm just trying to get through it with some aspirin and Tylenol and ibuprofen and whatever I was taking, just to get through it. And then we had it on Friday morning. We also had another viewing, and then Friday afternoon was the funeral service. And so, it was quite a bit of things. The house is still leaking and all the other things that was going on. And so, life sometimes just happens. It comes at us, and so we just had to kind of just go through it. We are so appreciative and grateful for all the family that was praying with us and for us and believing with us and just standing with us and helping us. And we thank you to all of you if you're watching and you know who you are, that We got to be surrounded by the right people, and through all that time, and not only just praying with us for obviously for what was going on with that, but the right people that helped us with the contractors and that. People, you got to know people. If you don't know, you got to know somebody who does. And they would make phone calls, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I know somebody," and getting this person and that person, and just right, because not only that, we were out and about, and I'm driving back home. I get a phone call from my son who's home, and he says, "Dad, there's water all over the yard." And I'm like, "What do you mean there's water?" He goes, "Yeah, it's coming up from the yard." And so a pipe busted. So now I got the roof leaking. We had the things with Rosie's dad. We just celebrated my mom's birthday, and then her celebration with it, or her 2-year anniversary stroke, and then now I got water coming through the ground. And so I'm rushing home, and by that time I told my dad, he's over here, we're all digging, trying to find this pipe so we can turn off the water. And then so now I'm calling somebody else for the contractor to come over here and deal with that. And so but those are those kind of things where life just happens, and we're grateful to be surrounded by the right people that help us through that. But God is good. We're on the other side of that now. And as difficult as it is, it's challenging. We have to move forward. We have to move forward. My daughter asked me one thing that I want to share, and she just asked me. She goes, "Dad, so we were just talking about difficult times," and she said, "So, especially with the loss of someone, a loved one," she said, "So what are we supposed to do?" Because I was telling her, we have to. Life. Listen, the best way we honor those who have gone on is to love those who are still here, is to keep living. I have someone to live for. I have kids. We have family. We still have a lot of things to do. And as hard as it is, we have to keep moving forward. And she said, "So Dad, what are we supposed to do? Just get over it?" And so I looked at her and I said, yeah. That's no other way to put it, to get over it. We have to just get over it, but not get over it in a disrespectful sense of we don't care, or we just forget about people, or it didn't matter. We got to get over it, because we got to get past it. We got to get through it. We got to keep moving forward. We got to keep living. And so in a sense, yes, we get over it, but again, not in an ugly way. We have to. And so that's what we're doing right now. It's challenging. And so today we're going to go out for a run. We're going to go run again. We had an opportunity to go run. We've gotten past it. We're on this side of that, but not for as much as we're going out there to just try to get back into a routine and normal again. And we're trying to have as the best time as we can while we're out there. Enjoy ourselves, enjoy the run. I don't want anybody to think, how can they just go running and they don't care about what's going on? Well, of course we do. Not for a moment that we're out there running, that we're not hurting, that we're not sad, that we're not mourning, But we got to keep going. We got to keep moving, and so we're running with heavy hearts, but we're not running away from things. We're just running through things. And we still got so much to live for. We've got so many things to do, and we got to keep doing it. So I want to encourage you, if you're going through something, if it's difficult, surround yourself with the right people. Take the time that you need to heal. We're still healing, we're still dealing with all this stuff. My roof is not fixed yet. Y'all know how that goes. I'm still waiting on insurance and contractors, and the pipe we did have to get fixed right away because we didn't have any water. But all these other things, we're still dealing with that, and it fixes in its own time. But we got to keep moving forward. We're back at work. We're back moving, and we're back running. So these next few runs are difficult and challenging, but what we're going to do it, especially this one that we're going to do today. But in a sense, like I said, a lot of people say running is our therapy. It really is. It really feels good just to go out there and kind of get away from everything, at least for a moment, where we're just kind of distracted. We're going out to Lady Bird Lake. Oh, that was the other one. That's another thing, is that we have not been to Lady Bird Lake since her stroke. We always wanted to go back for whatever reason. I don't even know why we never did, but it's 2 years. It's been 2 years, almost to the day, 2 years that we're going back to Lady Bird Lake. And go out there. This time we're going with her trike. She used to go on her bike, and then obviously when she was training for a marathon, she was going running over there. Now we're going back with the trike. A little nerve-wracking because we don't know how that's going to feel or how it's going to go, but we're going to go do it. We're going to go back out there. So we want to invite you to come with us. But if you've ever gone through a difficult time, and especially, I'm talking to all the runners, but anybody, but if how did you manage it? What did you do? What were the difficult challenges? How did you balance it all out? Because especially when you're training for a marathon, you're looking at a marathon training week of 16, 20, 24 weeks, depending on what you do. A lot can happen during that time. It's not just like I'm training for a race next week in a few days. This is 16, 20 weeks life. The seasons change. You start when it's cold and then you end up when it's hotter, or vice versa. So much things can happen. And again, this is week 6. I still got what, 14, 15 weeks to go. So much can happen. And so if you've gone through anything difficult times while you're training, while you're running, comment below. Love to hear about it. Tell us what you did, how you got through it, we'd love to hear that. But we're back. We're gonna move forward slowly. We're healing, and we're running with heavy hearts, but we're running. So come with us. By the way, we're doing 10 miles today. We're gonna go 10 miles. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 10 miles. We're gonna go out there and do 10 miles to Lady Bird Lake. So come with us. Put your shoes on. Let's do this.
I've got a lot of running to do first. I believe that God made me for a purpose, but He also made me fast. And when I run, I feel His pleasure. To give it up would be to hold Him in contempt. To win is to honor Him.
Hey, what's going on? Matthew and Rosie here. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you're joining us for the first time, welcome to Veloz Running. Do us a big favor, slide your hand down, subscribe, like, and share. We're at Lady Bird Lake. It's been 2 years since we've been here. The last time we were here, Rosie was training for her marathon. She ran 12 miles on Saturday and Sunday. The very next day, July 28th, 2024, she had a stroke and paused everything. And since then, she's much better now. We just never made it back. But finally today, we decided to come here and do some runs. So it's been 2 years, actually almost to the date, because her anniversary, today is August 2nd, actually. August 2nd. Happy birthday to my sister's birthday. Happy birthday to her. But this past Tuesday was her 2-year anniversary from her stroke. She's doing much better. We're out here, except this time she used to ride her bike, she used to run. Now she's actually riding her e-trike. So this is the first time we're gonna do her e-trike. So she's a little nervous, but we're gonna get it done. But we're so excited to be back out here and running. Marathon training this is week six of marathon training. We're gonna do a 10 mile, which is one big loop. And so it's time to get out here and get some soft ground, a lot of shade with the trees, and it's beautiful scenery. Lady Bird Lake is awesome. If you ever come down to Austin, you need to come down here and run. But we're gonna come out here and put some miles in. But it is so cool to be out here again. How do you feel?
To be back.
You feel good?
Yes.
To be back, yeah. We ran through here on a couple of races, but we haven't been actually on the trail in I can't believe it, like 2 years passed. We kept saying we're gonna come back, and we never did. But here we are again. It's beautiful. The sun's barely coming up. We actually got up early today. Woke up early because it is like a 30-45 minute drive. So, but here we go. So again, the plan for today is 10 miles, one big loop. It's somewhere around 10 miles a loop. There's a lot of construction on the other side, so we have no idea how that's gonna work. But we'll keep running until we get 10. So let's do this. This way. Yep, I got it. All right, let's do this. We are officially back on the trail 2 years later. All right, we just hit mile 1. First mile on the trail. We're doing good. 1 down. Okay, we veered off the trail just a little bit. Yeah, you were. Rosie's just commenting how she used to come out here on her regular bike before. We'll get there, we'll get there. We just veered off the trail just a little bit. We're gonna get some miles and some hills, put a little bit of hill workout over here, and then we're gonna jump back on the trail. So we are good. Get the extra mile on this side. We're actually gonna go right by the famous Barton Springs. It's actually down there. Barton Springs, Barton Creek, fresh spring water coming out of the ground, which they turn into a swimming pool. And it is cold, cold water. But we're back over here. We're about to hit some hills, put in some work. So, here we go. Let's go. Some hill climbing. First hill. Just hit mile 2. Whew. Still climbing a little bit. Been climbing for about 5 minutes, but that's good. Need to work. Need the strength building, strength workout. We're fixing to take a stop right up here. Some water, stretch out, and keep going. But 2 miles in at Lady Bird Lake. We are at 2.4, I believe. 2.4. Taking a little break here, some water. Always like to stop around 2 or 3 miles just to stretch out, get water, reset. But how does it feel to be back at Lady Bird Lake on her new trike instead of a regular bike?
Yeah, feels different. I miss my bike.
Yeah. We'll get to it.
Though.
Yeah.
Feels good to be back.
Yeah, this is right now we still got to play the safe game. So, but it does feel good.
It's so real though. I mean, it feels so real.
Yeah.
Just think back 2 years ago.
Yeah, I can't believe it's been 2 years. It went by like that. But thank God we may not be where we want to be, but we're not where we used to be.
Yes.
So we're much better, and this is fun. It's good. It's hot. We were gonna go up some more hills, but I think we're gonna turn back here and just go the other way. There's some hills on the other side, but we're gonna keep going. So 2.4. So we got a little bit, about 7.5 miles to go. Ready? Let's do this. All right. Here we go. Gonna head back to the bridge, get back on the trail, and then keep going all the way to the other side of town. This loop it's almost 11 miles. The whole loop, about 10 to 11 miles. So depending on how you take it. So one big loop. Okay, we just hit mile 3. We're back at the Barton Springs, Barton Creek area. So 3 miles in. 1 mile at a time. We're getting slowly but surely. Here we go.
All right, we're back on the trail again. And we're heading east. Well, not yet. We're about to head east. All right, mile 4 done. 4 miles in. Still going strong. A lot of nice shade out here. That's why we came out here.
Almost at 5.
Yeah, we're close. So a lot of shade out here. That's why we came out here. Get some shade, soft ground. All right, 4 miles in. We're good. Just hit mile 5. Halfway through. Halfway done, babe. Still going. About to go to the boardwalk. Get out in the sun again. Head towards I-35. 5 miles done. All right, we're at the famous boardwalk, Austin, Texas, Lady Bird Lake. Except it's not made out of boards, it's made out of concrete, so it's more like a sidewalk. All right, we just took another water break. We are under, believe it or not, we are under I-35. Took a water break. We're almost at mile 6, just short of mile 6. We're gonna continue heading east, get some more mileage, and then we're gonna come back the same way and head home. From here to the car, it is about a 5K, a little over 3 miles. So if we went back now, we would get up with 9. So we're gonna go just a little bit further, and then we'll turn around. Ready? All right, we just hit mile 6. 6 down, 4 to go. Moving forward. Six miles down. Just hit mile 7. We're almost at the farthest point of this trail where the turnaround is, a loop. We probably should turn around here because it's probably 5 miles from here to the house, to the car. But I want to keep going because I want to see this new structure they created for the walkers and the runners. So, a new bridge. But we're gonna keep going. I hope I don't regret it. Okay, we are at the farthest point of this loop. This is actually going up to the Longhorn Dam. That's right, Longhorns, hook 'em. We gotta hit this hill. I am tired. Legs are hurting. But we gotta train the hills. We gotta get ready for San Antonio. So we're gonna hit this hill up to the come on, okay, this is the new section they opened up this year for walkers and runners. So you didn't have to go up that bridge that I just went up to. I just wanted to get the hill in. But now you can cross through here and stay on the trail. It's pretty cool. Longhorn Dam. Okay, we're at the Longhorn Dam. That's right, Longhorns, hook 'em. We're at 42 days from the first game too. We are at 7.8 miles right now. Our plan was to do 10,
But then we veered off at the beginning. You saw where we veered off on the trail. We picked up probably another 2 miles there, something like that. So now we're at mile 7, but we are actually probably 5.5, maybe close, probably about 5.5 miles to the car. So that puts us at almost 13 miles. That was not the plan. But I wanted to come see this new structure. We wanted to see it. So we just kept on going. It's really cool, really cool. Cool place to be. I need to come check it out. But we are heading back now, so we're gonna head slowly. 2 more stops. We're gonna make it back to 35, get some water, make it to the next water stop, and then on back. But slowly, we got no choice now. So I don't know what we're gonna end up with, but we're gonna end up with more than 10, that's for sure. So here we go. Let's do this. Let's go home. All right, we are headed back. Probably about 5.5 miles to go, more or less, and we should be good. We're gonna check out this new tunnel also. I think it lights up at night. Now that is cool. Just hit mile 8. 8 miles done. And I'm officially done. My legs, my body, I'm tired, I'm done. But I'm 5 miles away from home, or from the car. So, we're gonna have to grind out 5 miles. 1 mile at a time, slowly. Good work it. We can do it. All right, just hit mile 9. We are back on the boardwalk, or the sidewalk. But 9 done. Heading back, almost home. All right, just hit mile 10. Mile 10. 10 down. So we actually just completed the goal for today. But we are probably 2.5 miles away. So a little more to go. This is the famous Bat Bridge. Batman lives under there, along with about a million other bats. I think it's the 3rd largest bat population in the world, and you can smell it. Definitely smell it. Okay, we are at the last water stop. We are at 11.09, and I accidentally saved. It accidentally saved. So 11.09, and we're about 2 miles away from the car. So we're gonna end up to close to 13. Wow.
Thanks.
I am tired. I was done way over there. So we had to take a little break, get a little bit of snack. Rosie decided to feed my cookies to the fish. So no more snacks for the next 2 miles. But we are headed out. 2 more to go and we're done. Let's do this. All right, we're off again. We took a little extended break just because we're doing extended miles. So the goal is just to finish. Cover the distance, so I don't mind taking extra breaks.
We're going. All right, we'll head down the spiral. Come on. Stay with me. She said mile 12. 12 done. 1 more mile to go. Oh man. 12 in the books. All right, we're about half a mile away. Almost done. 1 more turn. Straight. We're good. Half a mile to go. Because I'm toast. All right. Okay, so I slightly miscalculated.
That's
Right. By 3 miles. The plan was to do 10 to 12, but for sure 10. We didn't run for obvious reasons, everything that's going on. And so I didn't know. I know I'd run 10 miles at least 3 times already, but you know, this weekend was a little rough. And so I didn't know. So we were planning for 10, but then we did that extra piece over there. And then when we got up way over there, we wanted to go see that new roundabout structure, whatever they built for the walkers and the runners. So we picked up an extra mile over there, so I ended up with 13, and I barely made it. But at least I can say I did 13. It is good to be back at Lady Bird Lake. I don't think I could have done 13 at home in the street, on the road with no shade. So it helps to be here under all this shade, and a little bit of sun, a little bit of shade, and definitely the soft gravel. So it was good. The plan was to cover the distance, didn't matter if we made a bunch of stops. We were just trying to cover it and then just enjoy the run, have fun, restore the joy of running and getting out here again and just getting past things and through things and over things. But it's a good deal to be out here again. How did you feel to be back? Rosie was scared. She was nervous.
I was nervous.
2 years. Obviously, the last time she was here, she was completely healthy. And then a little nervous with a trike on the same roads or on the same path and course.
I forget that's the safest thing, but I'm still nervous.
Yeah. It definitely helps. The pedal assist helped go up the hills and through things, and so we slowed down when we needed to, and we stopped if we had to. But it was safe. It's pretty flat. They did a good job to smooth everything out.
Yes,
so
they did.
We're good. But 13 done. Week 6 of marathon training is done. But I'm so glad. I'm so glad we did it. We did it.
Yes,
It's something. A new start. Another chapter in life. And coming back to here, it helps. It helps just renew the mind, renew the heart, renew everything, and just keep moving forward and keep going. So. All right, well, there you have it. It was a 10-mile run that turned into 13. Ended up doing a little bit more sightseeing, a miscalculation on my part. We did add a little bit in the beginning, and then we wanted to go see that extra structure that they built. It was really cool. If you come to Austin, you need to come check it out. It's really, really neat out there. It was a beautiful, beautiful route. It was good to be out there again. It was good to be back at Lady Bird Lake after 2 years. One of the reasons is just that it's hot, and so it's still hot there, but at least we got some shade. And next to the water, it feels really cool. And there's plenty of water out there as far as drinking. There's so much stuff, and it's just beautiful out there. But again, we went back for the first time. Rosie's riding now. She went back with her trike. How did you feel riding your trike?
I was a little nervous, but I got it. It was good. Once we finished, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this is easy.
Yeah.
It's good.
Did you pedal? A little bit doing the exercise. Yeah, she gets to do that. But we were a little just concerned because sometimes the last time we went 2 years ago, there was a lot of unlevel parts. But I don't know what they did. They fixed it. It was nice and smooth.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, a couple of places here and there. But yeah, we got to go out there and get to see it. It was nice to be out there. And again, I ended with 13 miles. It was, I think I pushed it a little too far because I was done like around 11. The last 2 miles, I was really struggling when I said.
No wonder.
Yeah,
He
when
said only 10.
Yeah, and when I finished, I had to sit down because I was feeling a little lightheaded. I really drained myself. But at least I know I can do 13, right? So, kind of made up for all those weeks that I missed. Yeah, but yeah. So we're it was good. It was fun. It was good. But again, life sometimes happens, and we're getting through it. So it was good to be out there. We're still getting through it. We're not done with a lot of these things, and definitely we're not over the loss of a loved one. But again, thank you to all those who are praying for us and were with us and standing by our sides. We appreciate you so much, and then also thank you to all of you who are still joining us and running with us and are following us. Appreciate you so much. So, and as always, please, if you can, slide your hand out, hit that subscribe button, that like button, that share button, comment below. We want to talk to you, and thank you again for listening, being part of our journey, being part of our story. So connect with us, we'll connect with you, and we'll run together. Take care. Be blessed.